What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. But before we get into today's show, Chicks in the Office is presented by Microsoft Copilot. Before we get into the rest of the episode, we need to talk about the thing that is keeping everyone's lives organized right now, and that is Microsoft 365 Copilot.
It is true. Everything is moving fast these days. Your work day even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use, helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize so you can cut through the clutter and have a clear path to your best work. It just makes things, all those, mundane day-to-day things you have to do, whether it's work, school, or you just are, having some fun, making new projects, hobbies. It really can help you in whatever avenue you want to use it.
Yeah, whatever path you want to use it for, it's there to help. So learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot. Hello, everybody. It's probably Monday or Tuesday that you're listening to this. And, we could talk about our weekends and the snowstorm and all that, but I think I could speak for all of us when I say the majority of our weekend we were spent doom scrolling, seeing everything that's happening all over our country right now. That has been happening for a while now with ICE. I think we're all just very sad and angry, and a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings. And we're seeing innocent people's lives lost. We're seeing people injured. We're just seeing chaos in the streets of Minneapolis. And we know that our listeners right now there, I've talked to people, read messages, and you're feeling scared. And we're with you. Our heart breaks for everybody who's affected by this, the families that are affected, those of you that are in Minneapolis right now that are just scared that this is happening in your home and feeling so unsafe right now. And it's honestly like all we can think about right now.
Yeah, it was pretty all-consuming this weekend. We've now watched multiple people murdered on video, which is really a crazy thing. And I've seen people talk about that too, where it's like, it's not normal to open your phone and watch a video of someone being killed and then going about your day. Or I find it even crazier that people could watch that video, and their first response try to be, well, why was it that person's fault that they were just killed? And it's sick. It's so upsetting. Now we've watched a video of Renee Good being killed. We've watched a video of Alex Preddy being killed. And we have to deal with seeing these videos and then being told that we're actually seeing something else.
Yeah.
That this DHS, this administration is like trying to sell a completely different story. We all have eyeballs. We saw that video. We saw what was happening. I think it's so important to talk about the good things that, these people were doing, and they were trying to stick up for their communities. And Alex was a ICU nurse, and people who have known him are sharing stories about him and how, he's a kind soul, a good neighbor. His family has spoken up to say, please spread these positive stories about our son and not these stories that are, trying to demonize him. And you're watching these people go on the news and try and spin this narrative that he was this crazy imminent threat. And it's just obviously not what you see in the video. So it was just a weekend where you really can't believe, I just can't wrap my head around seeing what, the discourse online. And that's where you get stuck. It's like,
right.
You watch videos and then you're in the comments and you're reading every single comment and you're like, how could this person even be saying this? And then you're clicking on the person's profile and you're like, who the hell are you? And it's just awful. So, I mean, like you said, we have been, we've been to Minneapolis. We have a show coming up in April. We love being in Minneapolis because I just think that the people are so great and we've had such amazing experiences. So being, like you said, talking to people and hearing what they're saying from those that live there is just like, people are scared and I very
Right.
much understand that. So
Yeah,
it
because
was a
when
tough weekend.
it really is, it's heartbreaking and you feel so many emotions and you know at times just at a loss for words, but the words that really feel the most true to how you're feeling is just heartbreaking and sad and
Yeah.
frustrated and all of those things. And like you said, talking to the people that live in Minneapolis and people that we've met there and just them saying what they are seeing with their own eyes as well,
Yeah.
that is not being reported on. So, and like you mentioned, we do have a show coming up there, and we want to be a place where you guys can come, and it's hard to say like, oh, have a good time at this show, but
Yeah.
I have seen people say like, I am excited for you guys to come here because they'll have a night where we can just enjoy each other's company, but it is it like you said, it is all consuming. And I've seen a lot of people talking about the fact that you're scrolling and you're seeing these videos, and then the next moment you're just back to a normal
Yeah.
feed, and like your brain registering that and your nervous system registering
Yeah.
all of that it's just a lot. And I
Yep.
want everyone to take care of themselves, and even though it's hard.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. It's just it's not normal. It shouldn't be normal.
Yeah,
this can't be normalized.
no.
It, it sends your nervous system into like a legit shock because you're like,
Hmm.
wait a second. And it's just really, it's jarring. It's jarring and it's awful. And I'm angry and sad and very sad for these people's families now who are dragged into what is going to be a ongoing battle.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think that that seeing that once again, all consuming all weekend,
Hmm.
and we're not in the same room. It snowed like crazy here in New York, so everybody's home, which was really just a lot of snow across everywhere. The snowstorm really did happen, and I haven't had a New York City snow in a this kind of snow in a while, and we're recording separately. But if I had a different apartment set up, it would work great. But when it's tight quarters, I'm like, I gotta just put on my snow boots and make that walk to the office because I'm not far. You guys have to travel.
Yeah, you had to make a light trek to the
Yeah,
office. But, yeah, the snowstorm, it really did happen. Turned into, it was a wintry mix all over. Also, anybody who was affected by the snowstorm, I'm seeing a lot of
yeah,
people's homes that were damaged,
yep.
trees fallen.
The
Um,
ice in the South was crazy. It's like around Nashville,
yeah, there was
big
a
power
lot of
outages.
yeah, a lot of that going on. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're not in the office right now, but we'll be back in the office I think tomorrow. I think we'll be able to make it happen. Um, but other than that, anything you guys want
Yeah.
to add from the weekend or going into this week?
Not too much. We have, like I said, definitely snow was going on here, and then no, I'm looking forward to the rest of this week. We have some good interviews we're putting out this week, which I'm excited for, and I think that's gonna be fun. I'm just excited to see how they came out because in the moment they felt great. So I'm excited to see how it all comes out this
I
week.
agree. Noah has sent some clips that have but I'm like, when you know that it's coming out this week and you're like, I want to get these out
Yeah.
now, but we know that it's coming at the end of the week. I think people are really going to enjoy Wednesday and Friday's episodes. I think they're really good ones. One is a little bit different than the rest than we've ever done, so that'll be exciting to see. Yeah, we have look forward to that for the rest of the week.
Yeah, you know what makes me a little nostalgic is seeing that really after the pandemic, and I think we've kind of talked about this before, but snow days just like don't really exist
Hmm.
because you can do the remote learning and everybody, you can log in to do school, and so there isn't like these traditional what were snow days to us. And I saw, that they were like, oh, will Monday be a snow day? Will it not be? Will it be remote learning? I decided that I think when I have kids, if they hit me with it's a remote learning snow day, I'm saying my kids aren't logging on. I'm giving them a snow day. We're getting a real snow day. There, you won't catch my kids logging on. And that may be not good. And you know what? And I also feel for all the teachers out there who are like, yeah, we fucking want a snow day too. It's like now we have to monitor what kids are signing online for the snow day.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is tough because we really, we got lucky with snow days
We did.
as kids.
Yeah.
And kids these days will never know that feeling.
Now it really seems like they just don't, they just really don't exist like they used
Right.
to, where it was like you would get the call plenty of time the night
Hmm.
before and you would sit by the phone and you would wait for the phone to ring.
You would see your
That,
school come up when you would look online
uh-huh.
or on the
No,
TV.
yeah. Nothing was worse than a delayed opening. Did you have delayed openings?
Never. It was
Yeah.
it was always off or
Oh,
on.
Or
we
like you
had,
get sent home early too.
oh, we never, not really sent, oh, yeah, sometimes we'd have like half days, but we would have delayed openings. That was like come to school at 10:30 and you would wait by the phone and you would get the automated message that was like tomorrow, January 27th, Monday, you will be operating on a delayed opening and you go, no.
No.
Did
No,
you
at that point just call it off.
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you guys go to sleep with a spoon under your pillow? That's what.
No, I did the pajamas inside out,
The pajamas inside
Yeah.
out.
but I
We
don't
just
think I
honestly just hopes and prayers
yeah,
that we
exactly.
wake up to a
Yeah,
snow day.
yeah, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. It was some deep snow. Olive was not having it. It was like this isn't. Well, I feel like she would think it'd be really fun if there was more room to frolic.
Yeah, like a backyard.
Yes, but on the leash, not as fun walking around the streets. I had to carry her down the sidewalk on the way home because she won't put
Oh,
she will not walk
the boots.
with boots on.
No.
Refuses. So I use the paw wax.
Mm-hmm.
You use it to help protect their feet. And we probably were outside for like 3 minutes before she just looked at me and put her paws in the air and was like, I'm cold. And just like stopped moving. And I was like, all right, I'm picking you up.
I feel like most dogs don't like the booties or
No,
really any sort of
I know.
accessories.
I know. They
No
really,
dogs I've
yeah.
ever had have liked any sort of accessories on them.
No, it could be as cold as possible. She would much rather not have, a coat, sweater, like what anything. It's so yeah, the people who can do the booties, it's a process. I think like it's like if you really do it right, it's like kind of get them used to one after the other. They also have to be really perfectly sized,
Mm-hmm.
which can be tricky. It's almost like you have to take them into the store. It's like a shoe store and like try them on, like get the perfect fit. Because if they're like even a little bit off, they can pull them off or they slide
Yeah.
off. It's just not
Right.
snow's getting in them anyway.
Then they're stuck
So
in the snow.
yeah, yeah, yep, big time, big time. But no, I think she's not quite the snow dog. I think she likes
No.
running around in it for about 5 minutes, and then she looks at me like, "Okay, I'm cold."
Right. Well, that was like me as a kid
Yeah,
with playing in the snow. It was
yeah.
like, oh my God, we're going in the snow. Get
Mm.
me back inside. I want to
Until
put
the
my
snow
pajamas
goes
on
up
and
this
drink hot cocoa and watch the click.
right. Once the snow goes like down the snow pants, you're like, "I'm done with this."
No, I was like, oh my God, get me inside.
Yeah, that was
I
always
kind
the
of felt that
worst,
way, like
the worst feeling.
with snow and like trick or treating. It was like any way I could get back inside, you
Trick or
know?
treating.
Oh yeah. Trick or treating was just I'd go like I was a short trick or treater.
Oh, really?
I liked it for a
Huh.
little bit and then I'd be like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't blame you.
It's okay, here's the thing. I talk about this like my sister was so obnoxious about it. Like it was like a big competition and um it just made me disinterested at times where I was like,
Mm,
I'm not interested in having this big competition
I
about,
gotcha.
oh my God, I got all this candy.
Who
Like,
got the most
okay,
candy?
good for you.
That was definitely me.
Well, you're the oldest
I
sibling. My
know.
sister's the oldest sibling. It was
Yep.
like, I
You
talk
had to
about this like,
you had to drag me home. I got my pillowcase. I'm like this, and I'm like, how much can I fit in
yeah,
this pillowcase?
I said like holidays, like me and my brother were like side characters, and like my sister was like the main character because like she just was like so into like it was like Easter egg hunts. She had to be the winner. The last year that we did an Easter egg hunt, I won. It was the last year we did Easter eggs because
Yep.
she didn't win. Like you know, Christmas decorations, she had her specific ornaments that had to go on the tree. So I always say like she was the main character of the holidays. Me and my brother were just like accessories,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oldest child problems.
That's what happens.
He's the star. I
Yeah. I
feel
bet
you,
Noah was a
Nicole.
real diva about the holidays as well.
Yeah.
I
Feel
definitely
you.
tried to fill up my pillowcase to the max as
Yeah.
well. It was just like a game to me. It was just like I want to
Right.
like fill this up.
Yeah. It's like a competition.
Did you guys categorize your candy when you brought it home? Like I would dump my entire pillowcase on my basement floor, and I would put every like all the M&Ms in one little pile, all the Skittles in one little pile. All like everything was categorized, and then the chocolate would be on one side and the sour would be on another. And I took inventory of every single piece of candy that I had. So if I came home and saw that like one bag of my sour Skittles was missing, there was a problem.
Listen, I relate to the categorizing, but I do not relate to taking inventory on it. But like you're categorizing, you're like, how many fucking almond joys do I have? Like I didn't ask for this.
I didn't take inventory, but I think I definitely like hid it so that
Yeah.
like my siblings couldn't find it.
Yeah, classic oldest siblings over there.
Yeah,
Classic.
classic.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't trust the younger ones.
Honestly, fair. I mean, I was trying to defend myself there. I mean, yeah. But the youngest siblings, it's just like even like when we got Rock Band, I wasn't allowed to play the drums or guitar. It's because those were the cooler instruments. So it was like I wasn't allowed to even touch them.
What's even left?
Singing.
Singing? That's the only, right? Like
No
it's
one wants to be the singer in Rock Band.
no,
It's by far the worst one.
by far. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
always
was not
drummer.
allowed to touch the drum set or the guitar. Guitar Hero I could do, but for Rock Band,
Yeah, fair.
it's
Fair.
like Step Brothers.
Yeah.
You touch my drum set? Oh shit.
You guys watch any football yesterday?
Oh, sorry.
Um,
Happy for you, Noah. Congrats. Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl.
They are.
Um,
That was a crazy snow game.
crazy. Yeah, I that was a crazy game because it was like when they showed the time lapse of the game starting to like how it was when it ended. That storm really just took over. But yeah, it was low scoring, but
it was really boring, and I'd
yeah,
like to say that I think the Seahawks are going to win because
I don't
they are
think you're
just the
alone.
better team.
yeah. I just think
Hey,
that the NFC in general was better, I think, than the AFC this year. Um, I won't fire off my Pats takes because we have so many lovely Boston fans who listen to this show. But yeah, I think that I'm rooting for the Seahawks too. My husband is ecstatic because he loves Sam Darnold and he's
Mhm.
hoping Sam Darnold gets the Super Bowl.
Go
Um,
Jets.
yeah, go Jets. And I just like what the Seahawks have done this year. I mean, but
listen, they're
I
by far the favorites.
yeah, it's good for the Patriots though because and I think this is pretty fair and not to like just throw the Eagles in the same category, but I think there's been just top-notch ownership. And I think the Eagles have had fantastic ownership and I think the Patriots have had fantastic ownership as well because for them to have the Belichick Brady era to turning this around, quote unquote, so quickly for a new coach and a new quarterback is pretty impressive. You got to have good ownership to do that. So happy for Drake May. He's a sweet kid.
Yeah, I'm happy for the Patriots. It's nothing against our listeners who are Patriots fan. I was
No.
rooting for the Patriots. I wanted them to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But this was my first time watching a Seahawks game. this season. And I was like, damn, they're good. So,
Yeah.
that's just my prediction, you
And
know?
yeah, obviously, like if you're a Seahawks fan, this is probably like the perfect scenario because you think we'll get our
Payback.
revenge on the Patriots. Although
Mm.
that's how I
Payback.
felt when the Patriots played the Giants for the second time, and that backfired. So
Yeah. Yeah.
never
That
say
is
never.
very true.
Anything's possible.
No. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Anything's
So,
possible, though. It's so much so that the Broncos almost won with the backup quarterback yesterday, but we won't
yeah.
Well,
harp
anything's
on that.
possible in the snow like that.
It
No.
is. It's true. It's
I
true.
think that's, by the way, I think that was really not that anybody really cares that much, but for my Denver people, that was Sean Payton's fault. I think blame your coach. Him not taking that field goal in the first quarter, what a mistake.
Damn coaches, man.
Seriously.
I actually
These
asked Matt.
coaches.
I asked Matt yesterday. I was like, if when these teams lose tomorrow, or like yesterday, like, do we have to be scared tomorrow that their coach is going to be fired? Because I can't get upset about more coaches. And he was like, it shouldn't happen,
Yeah,
but you
yeah,
never know.
yeah, yep. It has been crazy recently, so you
Everyone's
do
making
never
the
know.
joke about Drake May making the Super Bowl before Josh Allen and some other people.
Please, please, we
Yeah, I
can't
mean, did
deal with that.
did you see that the graphic was going around that like who would have thought Sam Darnold would be the first of his draft class, that quarterback draft class to go to the Super Bowl, which was like Lamar, Josh Allen, him, like it's like
Yeah, I saw
No.
I saw a funny tweet that was like, Sam
Josh
Darnold
Rosen.
wins the Super Bowl, then the Jets, like as a Jets fan, the number three picking him was worth it if he beats the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw that too. That gave me a giggle. I was like, you know what? It'll be worth it if they stop that, if they stop him, the
Yeah,
Pats
as a
from winning
Jets
another
fan,
one.
I
But
agree.
yeah,
All
so
right.
yeah, that's in we got Super Bowl in 2 weeks in San
Yes.
Francisco.
I'm just rooting for a good game. Fran, you're headed to San Francisco for a quick bit.
I will be in San Francisco for the dozen is kicking back off. I got a title to defend.
You do.
And an MVP at that. So
Mm-hmm.
we're headed to San Francisco for I'm only there for a couple nights though. Really just for the dozen in and out and then we're back home. So
You've been studying at all, or?
no, I really took some time off. I think it's like, they say when you win a championship, you just kind of want to just want to sail off for a little bit, not think about it too much. I've been taking a break for mashups. Haven't seen one in a while. Hope I'm not
Mhm.
rusty. We'll
Hope
see.
you're not rusty. Hope you could dust it off. When's the last time
Yeah.
you guys played? The dozen has taken quite a break.
Um, the final tournament was in
June?
June. So
Shit.
yeah. Yep.
And then it picks back up after this.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is the
The
season
kickoff.
kickoff,
Nice.
so to say.
Well, we will be rooting for you in
Thanks,
San
guys.
Francisco.
Yep.
All right, let's get into the rest of the show. We got a lot of TV to catch
Lot of
up on that
TV.
we missed. We missed last week talking about Tell Me Lies, but we'll talk about it today. We're going to be talking about Harry Styles' single music video track list. It's all out. Sundance Film Festival. We got Donna and Andrea linking up in the snow at Sundance. We have a Traitors recap, and we have the weekly watch report. Today's episode might be a little bit shorter than the ones we've been giving you, but rest assured, the next two episodes are freaking worth it. So let's get into the topics. Whether you're hosting the watch party or bringing the snacks, or you're just here for the halftime show and commercials, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 60, makes Super Bowl Sunday even more fun. I know I'm going to be placing my bets on DraftKings Sportsbook for Super Bowl Sunday. And if you're new to betting, there's no stress, no stats. Just pick the team you're cheering for or a player everyone's buzzing about and place your first bet. It's as simple as that. It's a great way to join in on the fun of the Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code CHICKS. New customers can turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bets wins with code CHICKS. It's in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. So Harry Styles, his new single came out Thursday night. Aperture. That came out. That's not That wasn't how it went, but whatever. We'll just move right past that.
We
And
belong
yeah, the
together.
music video came out and he released his entire track list. And I would like to read the track list because there are some interesting song titles that I have a lot of questions about. But we'll start off. One is Aperture, two is American Girls. Thanks, Harry. Three is Ready, Steady, Go. Four is Are You Listening Yet? Five is Taste Back. Six is The Waiting Game. Seven, season two weight loss. Okay. Eight, Coming Up Roses. Isn't that like a bachelor podcast? Nine, Pop. 10, Dance No More. 11, Paint by Numbers. 12, Carla's Song. Who the fuck is Carla? Um, Listen, it's one of those things where you see the track list, you go, yeah, I'll like these. And then you try to decide which songs from the track list you are gonna like the most without hearing a beat. I saw
Yeah.
Noah's comment. He wrote, "Season 2 weight loss gonna be on my Spotify Wrapped."
Yeah, I'm so intrigued by that
Any
one.
comments, Noah?
Uh, I was very intrigued by the titles as well. I mean, I really want that song to be good just so that I can like it's just that title is so like I'm just like what is that about?
I'm so interested to find out
What is
what
season two?
season 2 weight loss. I saw some people saying that maybe it's the second chapter of your life dropping like dead weight around you, like the people in your life. You
That's
know,
a good spin.
listen, we have no idea what it could be, so I'll take any theory.
If
Right.
American Girls is like a banger,
American
then
Girl.
that has the potential, I feel like, to be a giant song just
Yeah.
based on the name alone.
I feel like I'm leaning towards pop. I don't really have anything to guess off of that, but I just like that it's just called pop. I'm also the shorter ones, shorter titles also make me think, ooh, what could this one be? And the whole
Mm-hmm.
sound, and of course we listened to the song when it came out, and he put out a whole new music video. I'm loving the song. I think it's great. I know it's not everybody's taste. It's very different from what he's done before, but he kind of, and I spent like all a lot of Friday morning when the song dropped watching all the press he was doing, like all the radio hits he was doing, and hearing him talk about the song and getting back into music and just like loving what he's doing. And it was like seems like a much needed break for him to come back and now be very excited for this album. But definitely some new inspiration, it felt like. I know LCD Sound System got mentioned a couple times, which I think is really cool. I think LCD Sound System is great. So that's like a fun one if you just get more of that sort of electronic production with it, which you hear on Aperture. And then the music video was wild. It was bizarre, but in a really funny way. Um, and I was like locked in watching it because I was like, what the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool. I liked it. I
Did you
thought,
see that he
you
he
don't
like
get to
based it
see a
on
lot of
David
new
Bowie?
videos. He saw what?
He like based like a lot of the music video on the David Bowie music video. I had never seen it to this point, but like it's like shot for shot, like a lot of the time, like of his video.
Oh,
I
very
did
Yeah,
see
cool.
that. Yes, I did see that.
yeah.
Listen,
What
our
song?
guy Harry
What
is
song?
trying out something new, and he tried out something new on this song, and we listened to it, and immediately we were like, we're kind of digging this vibe. Like, we're dancing around to it, we're just vibing to it. And I saw a lot of people be like, I hate this. I don't like it at all. I would be honest and say that, obviously, but that's not how I felt. My initial reaction was like, I'm vibing to this. And the more that I listened to it, the more I liked it.
I agree. I think like you warm up to it for sure once you kind of understand what the vibe is, where you're going, where you're flowing, how it gets you moving. It's just I think it's great. It's one of those songs, um, and I'm just really excited to hear the rest of the album. I'm just listening to a lot of Harry Styles for the whole weekend. I had a feeling that Joe would love this song because he does love LCD Sound System. So I was like, I think he's gonna like this Harry Styles song, and he does when he listened to it. Which then led to us going down a Harry Styles rabbit hole, and very big of him to admit, but he was like, look, I think these earlier albums, I think I wrote them off. I thought, One
Hmm.
Direction kid, I wouldn't like it, blah, blah, blah. Now he's listening to She, and he was like, this fucking song rocks. I was like, yeah,
Hmm.
no kidding.
Hmm.
She has been on repeat now in my apartment after he listened to it for one time. It was like, wait, this song is sick. And I was like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I was at Fran's apartment and Joe put on She, and we were like, no, 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 go back to the beginning. You need to hear the. We were like,
Yeah.
you have to go back to the beginning and hear this from start to end multiple times. And when I saw the look on his face, I thought, we did it.
Yep.
We did it. We got him. He's here.
We
And he's
totally
doing
got
his
him.
job.
Yeah.
Did you guys see him tell that story about how he ended up like seeing when the new Pope got announced? That was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
He just stumbled across it.
He's
Yeah, the
getting a
guy
haircut.
Gus trying to get a haircut, and then everyone started cheering that they had a new pope, and he had to just go out there. And he said this too. I do give him a lot of credit that he does like go out and live his life, which I feel like people like to acknowledge to him. They're like, no one's stopping you from walking out in public around town or running or doing whatever. I loved it, what John Mayer said to him because they did a quick hit together. And John was like, you make the Paps like look stupid taking the pictures of you doing like very normal things.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of gave me a giggle, which is so true. It's just like, oh, there's Harry out for a run. There's Harry going for his haircut. There's Harry
Right.
doing his day-to-day things.
The more normal you make it,
Yeah,
then the easier I guess it becomes because then it's like, oh, there's Harry again. He's just out and
exactly.
about.
I saw he
Yep.
was also asked about if he would do an LA show, and his answer didn't seem to like give much hope. If I was someone who was
Uh,
living in LA, he was like, "Oh, maybe like next year."
well, we put the puzzle pieces together too. Puzzle pieces together. We just like saw one tweet explaining it to us that uh Harry's manager basically is part of like the MSG ownership group. So,
Like 50% of it.
yeah, like what's his name?
I hope
Some
Harry's getting a cut.
Irving Azoff. Yeah. He was the former CEO of Ticketmaster, this guy.
Oh,
Yeah. And now I think he has a big cut of Madison's. He's been the chairman and CEO of Azoff MSG Entertainment, a venture with the Madison Square Garden Company, prior to which he was chairman and CEO of Ticketmaster, and was executive chairman of Live Nation and CEO of Frontline Management. So if you're wondering why he's doing 30 shows at MSG, there you go.
Yeah, we got the answer. But the closer we get, the more excited we are about this new album. So can't wait for that. Sundance Film Festival was this weekend. Random. Didn't realize it was happening until I saw a picture of Andrea Swift and Donna Kelce posing together. And people were like, "Is this AI?" Which is really funny because it did look like that. It looked like a fake photograph of the two of them. But it's not. They were at the film festival together.
I just really find these two to be the perfect pair. When I see this picture of them, I'm like, what a perfect combination of mother-in-laws. Like it's just or mothers, whatever however you
Mhm.
want to categorize it. But the two of them, they just make sense. You see them in a picture together, it's just like, yep, their children are marrying each other. Like it just fits. They have the same energy in my mind, like such good mom energy.
Mhm. They are the same. Like
Yeah.
you look at them, you're like, they're the same person.
Yeah.
How did these two find each other and then they meet each other's moms and they're like, oh, your mom is just my mom and my mom is your mom. So we're perfect for each other.
Yeah.
But these pictures were sweet. I think that's nice, they're at Sundance. My question is like, I'm like, why is like where in the world is Donna Kelce? You know what I mean? Like she's at Sundance Film Festival.
That's what I love about her is you never know where she is. She pops up. The woman loves to travel. If you ask Jason and Travis, like they talk about it on New Heights, she does these cruises. She takes trips. She's traveled all around the globe. And so it's like I'm like, does she have a movie coming out? Like it was.
I need to know her.
Is she now a new like is she getting into the producing game?
I would love to know her Delta miles, like,
Oh,
or whatever airline
yeah.
choice.
What airline of her choice?
Yeah. What's her
Yeah,
miles like? Is she a
right,
millionaire mile member?
right. And I just feel like she'd be great with like figuring out points and
Do
like
you think she
using
flies
points
private?
appropriately. Do I think she flies private? No, I do not.
If Donna Kelce was flying private alone, that would be kind of absurd.
It would
It
be a
would.
bad look for Taylor Swift. I feel like with like she already gets shit for like flying a lot. Where like if people in her circle were flying private,
Well, no, I think I'm just saying, like,
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
yeah, like
I feel like it would. The
No, I think
emissions.
it's. I mean, Donna's guys. Donna's not flying private. Like it's like like Jason isn't flying private. Like it's like they're.
that's what I'm saying. That's more what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, if Donna Kelce's flying private, but like Jason and Kylie are
yeah,
not, like,
right.
it would be kind of crazy.
It would be. It would be. But they no, they were posing for pictures together. Harry and Meghan Markle, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were also at Sundance. They had a movie that they produced premiere called Cookie Queens, and it's about like selling Girl Scout cookies.
Oh,
Cookie Queens, which was enthusiastically received by the Park City crowd, is an adorable heartwarmer that follows several precocious Girl Scouts from all over the U.S. on their quest to sell as many cookie boxes as possible. Um, which kind of gave me a chuckle. I was just like, of all the projects, when I clicked on the article that was like, oh, Harry and Meghan are at Sundance, and when I saw it was because they produced a movie about girls selling Girl Scout cookies, I was like, that's not what I. It's not what I would have guessed. Wouldn't have guessed that that would be the film, but sounds cute. Sounds cute. I don't know how they got involved with that, but couldn't be more wholesome than a bunch of cute little girls selling Girl Scout cookies. So
right. Heartwarming is exactly how I describe it. On
yeah.
top of that, I saw Charlie XCX meeting Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She seemed
Mm-hmm.
very excited about that. There was just a lot of crossovers happening at Sundance that I was like, wait, what's going on? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. This is the last year Sundance will be in Salt Lake City. Or,
Yep.
this is the last time in Utah. They're moving to Colorado. It's going to be in Boulder moving forward, which is interesting because it has always been in Utah and now they're making this switch. So I think a lot of people were excited to be there for this last stint in Utah. What will the Salt Lake City Housewives do? I guess they'll have to go to Colorado.
Yeah. How far? That's not too.
No, it's not too far, but it's just like I feel like now Sundance, especially with watching Salt Lake City now, has been so funny because it's like, well, obviously, Lisa Barlow's going to be at the Sundance parties. Like she's
Right.
got so much going on. Now she's got to go to Boulder to
Yeah.
make
Well,
sure
it's
she's out with Ben
because
Affleck.
Robert Redford was the creator of the Sundance Film Festival, and he
Hmm.
passed away in September in Utah. So I think now they're just moving it, maybe because
Mm.
of that.
I don't know. Yeah.
That seems like that would be bullshit.
If
Like,
anything, I'd be like, why wouldn't you just keep it
yeah,
there
why
because
not
of
keep
To
that?
it
honor
there?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They're
Yeah, I
like,
don't
oh,
know.
finally he's gone. Let's move it.
Right, right. Oh, now we're gonna move to Colorado.
Let's go to LA, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it
It's
seemed weird to.
organized. Organizers feel that the festival has just outgrown its space, that they need more space. They want to foster a fresh atmosphere. And they think that they can do that in Boulder instead of in Utah. They need more room so they can accommodate more people. Uh Boulder has such a vibrant, engaging community. And it says, while not the primary driver, factors like potential higher costs in Utah and Colorado's significant tax incentives played a role in the evaluation. And Robert Redford gave his blessing for the relocation before he passed,
Okay, that
seeing
makes me
it
feel
as
better.
necessary for the festival's future.
It makes me feel better that he gave his blessing.
Yes,
On his
yes,
way out, he was like, take it to Colorado.
exactly.
Yeah,
He said, you know what? It had its good times in Utah and it's on its way.
right. On its way, moving past. Um, moving along, speaking of just like weird spottings, Brooks Nader, I feel like, was spotted with just Kate Hudson, Madeline Klein. We ran into Brooks at Sunset Tower Thursday night in LA. And Fran looked at her and was like, where in the world is Brooks Nader? Like it's just
Always.
a new picture with a different celebrity all this weekend. And then on top of that, there was okay, I saw this rumor come from literally Star magazine that it was like Brooks Nader and Ben Affleck like are having a fling. And I thought, don't share this with anybody because it's coming from Star magazine, Maria. Like, please don't. And then soon after that, Dumois had posted that this rumor of this fling is not true. And then Brooks commented that they never met.
Yeah.
Um, I bought into it for a minute though. When I saw Star Magazine report this, I thought I know that this place is the biggest tabloid faker of all time. But could there be a possibility that Brooks Nader and Ben Affleck were hanging out? I think it's possible Brooks Nader is hanging out with quite literally anybody.
Yes, and that's what I took away from it is that I'm just happy for her because I feel like when you're out there grinding and working and you are getting all these really cool opportunities and once the fake you're dating an A-list actor rumors start, you're like, honey, I made it. I made like now you're like they're telling people I'm hooking up with Ben Affleck. I've never met that guy in my life. It's like that's when you're out here
Mm-hmm.
grinding and you're out here you're getting your name talked about because now she's like it's like okay, we're Gleb Ben Affleck, you're moving on up. So
Right.
granted she has said she's never met him, which is totally fine, but it is just a very funny rumor and she's just so fun and like so fun to hang out with that I think everybody when they meet her, they're like, wait, you're so fun to hang out with, and everybody wants to hang out with her. Hence why we see her with Kate Hudson, with Madeline Klein. Like they're like, wait, this is so fun.
Yeah. If she is good, if she's good at anything, it's getting her name out there. It's
Exactly.
it's making connections, getting her name into the mix, and
Yep.
that she's done. And I don't think she gives a shit. Although I did, when we saw her, want to say to her, "Can we please buy you a toothbrush that you will travel with?" Because if I have to see her talk about her using other people's toothbrushes one more time, I'm
Yeah.
gonna freak out. She was on Paige Sorbo's show In Bed with Paige, and she was like, no, I just like never use my own toothbrush. Like I always, why? And I'm not seeing anybody ask her why. What is the reasoning behind it? It gets me fired up. Like I need to know, what is this about? It's so weird. And I forgot to say it to her.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I forget if she has really given an answer about it, but it's just like,
It's not really an
just
answer. She's just like, when
yeah.
I was married, I would use this. That's not an answer I'm looking for.
Right,
Why?
right, right. Right.
Why?
I guess she just doesn't really care. It also made me laugh
It's
because people were like,
disgusting.
yeah. Yeah. I would not be using strangers' toothbrushes, that's for sure. I
I
mean, not
wouldn't want
strangers,
people to use my
strangers, other
toothbrush.
people's, whatever. She takes like her sister's toothbrushes and shit. Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. I'm not taking anybody. I wouldn't even take Joe's toothbrush, to be honest. Like,
No, and if someone was doing that to me, I'd be like, "You're a fucking freak. I'm gonna
yeah,
get you your own toothbrush."
yeah, yeah. I think people also just kind of assume that she's older than she is, which is funny. They're like, "Oh, look at her hanging out with Madeline Klein," and everyone was like, "They're the same age." And I'm like, "Yeah, they are," and they
Yep.
have a mutual ex. They both dated the Prince of Greece, so
Yeah, I'm
probably
sure.
some good stories to share, some back and forth, some giggles. But a girls' night with Brooke Sater, you're having a shit ton of fun. So.
Yeah, Kate Hudson. That was thrown in there, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool, Kate Hudson."
Yeah, I think they were
Um,
all together for New Year's. Like when Kate Hudson had that massive New Year's party in Aspen. I think they were all there too. So
Ugh, Kate Hudson, just super cool.
yeah.
Just a cool gal.
Hmm.
All right, that wraps up the topics, but we are going to get into a Traitors recap. We cannot wait for all the amazing concerts this winter, but what we don't want to think about is the hassle of buying tickets. We want to focus on the music, not the cost or stress. And right now, I am thinking about getting those Harry Styles tickets, whether it's in London, whether it's MSG. I want to get there. Game Time puts the power back in the hands of fans. It's your go to hack for scoring amazing tickets and unforgettable experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included. So, what you see is what you pay. And I'm going to be on the lookout for those Harry Styles tickets. I got to get there. So, take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. So, again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Another fantastic episode of Traitors. I think that most people can agree on two thoughts. Rob is so smart. I hate Colton. Like, I cannot stand Colton on this show.
Mm.
He's got this crazy look in his eyes at all times when he's like looking at his next prey of who he thinks is a traitor. The way that he was treating Lisa Rinna during this episode, I was getting so mad and fired up. I'm like, why do you think it's okay to talk to Lisa like this? Like, Lisa will end you, Colton. She will end you.
Yeah, and you know what is also crazy is like I wonder how he thought this was going to go. Because in my mind he probably thought that this reaction would have been way different for him because he and I'm not a fan of Colton, but he's like he's right is the thing. Like it's not like he's going after someone that isn't actually a traitor. It's like, no, Lisa is a traitor, so he is right, but we're all like, Colton, get away from Lisa. But it's like he's actually
But
completely
the thing
right.
is that he was that sure with all the other people that weren't traitors. So
Yeah,
he doesn't
yes,
actually
yes.
know he's right. He's just doing it again and happens to be right.
Yeah.
Exactly, Noah. That's what it is. You name enough people, you're going to be right. He was the same way with Tiffany. He was like,
Yeah.
let me tell you why I know
Yeah.
Tiffany's a traitor. So
Yeah.
it's like, you've
Yeah.
been wrong so many times. This time, he is right, but I just don't like to see that because I want him to
No.
get off Lisa's back.
I don't
But
like the language he's using with Lisa either. Like the
yeah,
way he's talking to her. It's like
gonna
very
hold her
condescending.
hostage. I'm gonna hold her hostage.
Yeah, the
Colton,
hostage was unfortunate. Like
Colton,
he
you
can't be saying that.
saying any of those words
Did you
that
see
are
what
any
Lisa commented?
synonyms of hostage.
That
Yeah, we saw. She was like, let's talk about you being a stalker. Now she's walked that back because Traitors posted like hey, let's all remember it's a TV show. Like, don't personally attack these people. That kind of, post when people start taking reality TV like a little too seriously. And that's where they were at. So then Lisa like kind of had to make another video sort of walking it back a little bit. But to be honest, like I'm gonna blame casting for that one a little bit. I don't really think that you can get away with casting somebody on a show like this who has the history that Colton does, and then be like, guys, remember it's just a show. Like, you got to be
Right.
nice to everybody. It's like, well, maybe this isn't the right person to have on a show like this then, because he's gonna get a lot of criticism for that.
Right.
So
And if you
I don't
want to
know.
have him on the show, okay, but you also have to expect the fact that he
You're
stalked
gonna
this
know
woman
what.
and people are going to be mad.
Yeah,
And now
you
let
gotta
me just
expect
say
that
this, like,
response.
they were and Michael Rappaport did not shut the fuck up ever, right? He was so loud and annoying. He never shut the fuck up. But Colton also never shuts the fuck up.
Yeah.
He's always talking. He's
Yeah.
always talking. It's Colton's castle. It's like, oh my God. It's brutal. But on the other side of that, we have our very smart King Rob, who made a tough decision at that round table. And if Rob wants to be a game player, he did the right thing. He defended it himself, saying he had to vote for Lisa because he has been trusting Colton so much. And he also was openly saying he didn't think Ron was a traitor. How's he then going to vote for Ron? Like,
Yeah.
it's going to look weird. So he took a huge risk doing that, but he, for himself and his game, made 100% the right move, in my opinion, with that whole thing. Um,
And do you think Lisa has it in her to like now do something to Rob or no? Like
No,
get
I
revenge on
I
Rob?
saw Lisa talking about this where she said it wasn't shown, which is really disappointing, that she bent over Rob and spanked him after he did that. Which and then she said she kind of like made everyone who voted for her feel this way. I really need the footage of Lisa Rinna bending over Rob and spanking him because I could see a situation where now Rob like kind of gets them back on his side, maybe if he like talks his way out of this or talks Colton out of thinking Lisa's a traitor. Like he now has to maybe bring up I don't know, I think it might not be Lisa. I think it's, so and so
Yeah.
to try to get out of that. But the situation with Ron,
Oh,
when Rob was playing chess with Ron and Rob said like sometimes the loneliest place is in a crowded room.
deep,
You heard weeps
deep, deep that
across
Rob.
everywhere. I mean, he just seems like a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very upset about how everything went down with Ron, especially with like when they would show Ron like eating his meals by himself. I'm like, stop, I
It is
can't
so
handle this.
sad. They
So
really just targeted him and
I
then
know.
we're
And
like, we're
and
just gonna take him
yeah.
down. And it
And I
seemed
get it, like I get that it's at this point it's because his name's been thrown around so much. It's like we really won't know the truth. Like if we don't vote him, every roundtable is just going to keep coming back to him. And which sucks because it totally got to the point where it felt like even a lot of the people that voted for him didn't think it was him. It was like, I don't know, but I don't really know who else I would vote for. And I guess it would just like, we just get an answer on it. So it sucked for Ron. But no, I agree with you that was really the only move Rob could make. And I also think he knows he's at an advantage of having Lisa and Candace with him. Like, I think he knows that he can kind of be like, oh, ladies, I'm sorry. I love you. It's the only thing I could do. And they're going to be like, oh, Rob.
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
whatever. They said they were pissed. They were mad. And what it is what it is. But I just think, like, at that point, Rob kind of knows that he could maybe get their forgiveness and be able to make that work. And now he's really got everybody off his scent. Like I think that was like the most faithful move you could pull and the way he explained it and like his friendships and everything that I think no one's going to be sniffing towards Rob for a while, I feel like.
I agree. I have my theories about how I think this ends or ways that I wish it will end. And it basically involves Rob dragging Colton all the way to the end just to be fooled that Rob's a traitor and Rob ends up winning all the money and Colton gets nothing. That's
I mean, I just got goosebumps like dream scenario.
I
dream
feel like
scenario.
I did see
Just dream
somewhere
scenario.
that episode 7, I think Alan Cumming or someone had said that like something episode 7 is like the crazy one.
Yeah, it's next week.
This
That's the banquet, which
Yeah,
kind of felt like
the
they maybe took
banquet.
a little inspiration from Surviving Barstool for the pink wedding. Big dinner where a lot of murders go down,
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know?
Yeah.
Kind of seems like a lot of people go home or more than one.
Yeah. They gotta do a murder in plain sight in front of
Right.
everybody.
Well, they have to because of Lisa Rinna's brooch
Yeah.
that
Which by the way is like, oh, what not that they're you could say anyone's being favored, but when you have traders that are two girls and one guy and you're like somebody's got to wear the brooch, it's like Rob's got to be like hell yeah. This is another one that I really don't have to worry about because it would be weird for Rob to have the brooch on.
Right. It fits Lisa wearing that perfectly.
Yeah.
My God, do I want her to go up to Colton and caress his pearl shirt and be like, I
Uh,
love your pearls, Colton. And then Colton do it back to her brooch and then boom, he's gone. Oh,
yeah.
that'd be good.
That would be good. By the way, this when that preview started to play for the next episode and they teased like everybody walking to the banquet and Colton came in that outfit and I went, ugh!
It's just him as a
I didn't
person that
like it.
makes you react that way.
It is, but it's the combo.
Yeah.
It's just the combo. I'm not,
Mhm.
yeah. It is tricky. There's been a lot of discourse. I think like I said last week too, even the ex-Traitors players from past seasons have had a lot to say about Colton and haven't really liked the way he's playing. Um, but he's still been with a bunch of the cast. Like I know like this past episode they showed up at Alan's bar. He was there. And Colton is resharing, and it says he's been resharing like the positive messages he's been getting of his gameplay. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I don't think Colton's playing a safe. He's not playing a great game right now. He's really just throwing out any name he can and just trying to bulldoze people.
Yeah, he's being super aggressive about it.
Yeah,
But
I'll protect you in the when he said you'll protect me in the turret. I'll protect you here and you'll protect me in the turret. I was like, you fucking think you're so slick. Which is
Yeah.
funny. Once again, I go back to the fact that he's right. But
Right, no,
but it's just like, ugh. And then I loved Lisa saying, you know what? I was Lisa. I keep bringing up the housewives. He's like, yeah, start acting like it. Like, it's like, Colin, relax, okay? Like,
yeah, and he was
she's like, yeah, that's the Lisa I know. That's the Lisa I know. You don't know her, okay? And when she's like, I'm Lisa fucking Rinna before the Housewives, I'm Lisa fucking Rinna after the Housewives. So
yeah,
deal with it.
she was being pretty iconic this episode.
She
When
was.
he was like, "Oh, nice to see you're not wearing sunglasses. I could look you in the eyes." I was like, "Calm the fuck down,
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah. It's just
Chill out."
it's just the way he's talking to
Yeah,
everybody.
you're absolutely correct, but chill
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Be cool, man.
Right. Oh man. Well, listen, I was hoping that we were just gonna like turn on Peacock this weekend and they were gonna go, surprise, snowstorm, here's all the episodes.
Oh, a
But
dream.
that's wishful thinking, and obviously that didn't happen. But episode 7 this Thursday, it's gonna be a big one. Can't
Yes,
wait
it
for
is.
that. Picture this. It's Monday morning. You open your laptop. Outlook hits you with 87 unread emails. Your calendar now looks like a game of Tetris. Your boss wants a report, your team wants a presentation, and you just want to take a nap. Enter Microsoft Copilot. Copilot summarizes your emails, and boom, you're caught up. It drafts your report in Word, it builds your slides in PowerPoint, it even pulls insights from your Excel data. Suddenly, you're the office hero. You're organized, you're responsible, and your boss is even taking a second look at you for promotion. All because Copilot did the stuff you didn't want to. So, if you want to reclaim your time and get your life together, try Microsoft Copilot. Copilot, because sometimes the smartest move is letting AI do the work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot. All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about things we watched this week. Weekly watch report on Monday. 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 So honestly, I can't say that I watched actually that much. I'll give Traitors an A. I watched a couple episodes of 30 Rock on the plane from LA. I've never watched 30 Rock before, and my goodness, was I missing out. I watched about 5 episodes in season 1, and I will give it a B plus. I was thoroughly enjoying my time. I'll probably continue watching it just as like a side show. And I had really been severely missing out. So many great cameos. I mean, my goodness.
Fantastic show.
I was happy about that. Tell Me Lies. Episode
So
4. Now, it has been revealed that the person calling Brie was Wrigley.
Yeah.
The way that this show takes you on a ride of twists and turns. Never would we have ever thought that Bree and Wrigley would somehow have gotten together at some point. But now people are going back to the first episode of Tell Me Lies ever, where did she know that this was going to end up here, or was this a coincidence that Wrigley picks up Bree and is like, she's my wife now to Evan.
I'm gonna
And you
steal your
like,
wife.
I'm going to steal your wife. I'm like, did they know this is where this was heading? Or is this a coincidence that we're playing off of? I have so many questions about that. But I see people talking about this, and it's like, on one hand, what? How do we get here? Because we need to see more. On the other hand, people are like disappointed that it's not someone else other than Wrigley. I'm like, I think it being Wrigley is pretty shocking.
I couldn't agree more. I would never have pegged it for Wrigley. I actually think having it be like some random other person would be kind of disappointing. It'd be like, why do I care about this then? Because you're not we're so much more attached to the other characters. And even when you see these early days of their friendship, Wrigley and Bree, because right now nothing has happened to that extent. But we are seeing them bond, and you're like, oh shit, these two are actually super cute. But we already know that clearly shit goes down, and now she's marrying Evan anyway. And the poor guy's still heartbroken. Pippa knows he's heartbroken. So it's like some people are aware that Wrigley has been holding this torch for Bree for years. And I'm sure we'll find out more about what goes on like in these when they're still in the college years. But oh my God, it was so sad. And then truly nobody. And all the credit in the world to Jackson because they have been doing so much press and Jackson and Grace together too. And they're so sweet. They're so cute, such a cute couple. And Jackson just seems like such a fun, normal guy. But when he puts on the fucking Steven hat, he is diabolical. And I give him all the credit in the world for playing this beastly character when it's done in just his facial expressions, which is so impressive. At the wedding when he sees Wrigley's phone and like you just see it in his eye and like a small smirk of like now he has even more intel because his last plan didn't fucking work and now he has even more on them and he just ends with like that slight smirk and you're like this evil fucking guy has more ammo now than he didn't have before and he's happy about it and you just want to throw something at your TV, but he does it so well.
That was a great shot where he's like looking back and forth at them on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So good. And this is what I mean why like nothing ever fucking happens to Steven. Steven is always being fed information about everybody else, but nothing ever with him. Like
I know.
it's so frustrating. But I will give this episode an A minus. It's always like I'm always on the edge of my seat watching. And it could be
This was
dark.
I thought this was the best episode so far, at least for me this
Yeah,
season.
I think it's really picking up. Now that we know more of what happens at the wedding, I keep finding myself wanting to be more in 2015 because now
Same.
I'm like, okay, well, how did we get here? But then I also want to see the past. But I will give that an A minus. Scandal, I'm still watching. It's an A show for me. Keeps on getting better and better. So many twists and turns. My goodness.
So many.
I mean, what the hell? I'm
So
like,
many.
what? Sometimes I'm like, what? How we end up here? But it's a really good show. And
We watched that guy climb that building.
we did. We were at Fran's apartment on Saturday and
Mind blowing, truly. You know, Gia told me he only got paid $500,000 to do that.
So, yeah, I think he said it was like not a lot of money.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I asked Netflix, like, big dicked him and was like, "We'll get someone else to climb
But
the mount, the tower for cheaper."
one they wouldn't, and two, the funny thing is though, I feel like he's the type of guy that would have just done it for free because he just like loves climbing, like
I mean,
he
clearly he did it anyway, but it's just
listen, I was being like so dumb when we were watching it. Like I had so many questions. And Fran was trying
Valid
to
questions.
Fran was trying to explain it to me, and she was like, "Listen, I understand the things you're asking, but I don't think any of us know these questions." Like,
No, but it was wild to watch. And every time we're just like, man, if he goes down, he goes down. Like it's just
That's what I was wondering.
he's really not attached to anything.
But like I was wondering what the cameras would have done if that had happened. Like they just I'm assuming they wouldn't like track him down, they just keep it.
I would hope not. Thankfully he made it to the top, so we don't have to worry about that. He did the whole climb, but it was
You guys should
and then
watch Free
it's like
Solo.
people that were in the inside, people were in the building. They're like waving at him through the windows.
I was
I
worried
just
about
was
that
like,
distracting him.
I
How
honestly
about
just
anything distracting him? Anything. The wind, he could have been
yeah.
blown right off the side of the building.
I just thought it was like pointless. Like I was like, why are we watching this? Why is he doing this? Like
Yeah.
it just seemed like a humongous risk.
But that's what he does for a living.
I know,
I
but Rhea's just like,
know.
I don't think the reward is here. Like she's like,
I
risk reward is not balancing out.
I need
Not in
Rhea
my
to
brain.
I need you to watch Free Solo because that's even like way more difficult in the way that it's I'm pretty sure it won awards and stuff, but like the way that it's shot makes you want to like throw up at points.
Oh no,
Yeah.
thank
Oh
you.
God. I see. I couldn't even watch this guy. I don't think. And it's not even like I wasn't like, oh my God, freaking out. Like I just kept being like, what is the point of this? Like what is going on? Um. So yeah, that's everything I watched. I mean, I
Are you gonna grade that?
no. Because we ended up shutting it off. We never saw him get to
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah.
Um.
We just saw the video at the end of him getting to the top.
Yeah. On the way to LA, I just had TV on the background while I read, so it probably would have been a good 6 hours to like watch something. But I was like, "Oh, I'll just throw on Friends and read."
Yeah. I'll give Tell Me Lies I'll give Tell Me Lies an A minus as well. Did you grade Traitors? Should we give Traitors a grade? Yeah, Traitors is an A. I am caught up on all of Chicago. I downloaded a bunch of TV for the planes too. So like my Peacock shows, downloaded all of those, caught up on those. Med and Fire are there's like some crossover right now. A couple people are like there's a new couple, that one girl on Fire, guy on Med. I'm liking that. Those two are both B's. PD is less. It's like a C for me, I think. I'm less excited to watch PD than I am Fire and Med every week. The new episode of The Pit, I will give a I'll give it an A minus as well. That was a good episode this week. Not too much to say about it. I feel like we're in this kind of build where it's like the early hours and then they have the anticipation of like something big's going to happen. Because even at the end of the episode, it was like, oh, one of the other hospitals is closed. So now they're going to get all the people coming to their hospital. And there's a couple people that are getting treatment right now that I'm worried about. But then I watched Salt Lake City Reunion Part 2, which I'll give a B. They're just yelling at each other still. A lot of yelling. Some good conversations about Mary, and I'm just waiting for the Bronwyn stuff with Todd, which we haven't gotten to yet. That's in part 3. I am watching Love Island All Stars. I've been watching on Peacock, so I am one behind on Peacock. And Peacock is 2 episodes behind, like the live from the UK. And it's an interesting season so far. I will say, and I don't want to spoil anything if people are behind, but there is a elimination that I've never seen happen before, where somebody, like a girl that's basically in a couple, not, like the guy that she's been talking to the entire time, and he's been sort of like dicking her around a little bit. I don't like him at all. she had the power to send a boy home, and she just sent him home. It was incredible. Like she was just like, "Yeah, I'm sending you home." Like it
No
was like the
way.
only person she had any connection with.
Oh, I gotta watch. I gotta watch. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil
Um,
it any further.
yeah, so I thought that was like insanely interesting, and the girl that did it, I fucking love. I'm obsessed with her. So once again, I just think like these girls crush these guys in like every category. They were not able to cast a great group of guys. And it's just so many repeats. Because now we got Curtis is coming back in, Lucinda's coming on. It's people who've done a bajillion other Love Island shows. So that's who's coming back in for this. I don't know. We'll see. But I just thought that elimination was nuts. I was crazy. And then there's a few other couples I'm rooting for that have started to seem to pair off a little bit that I think are really cute, and I hope nothing bad happens to them because I think like they sort of like mind their own business and do their own thing. So I'll give All Stars I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B. I'm liking it. I've been pretty locked in. I've been wanting to watch it like every night. Or I remember there's a new episode, so that was good.
It is time to say goodbye to dry, scratchy toilet paper and hello to clean with perfectly moist, actually cleansing good wipes. I'm team wet January and February and March and every month because this year I'm going to be the cleanest I've ever been, which means I'm going to feel the best I ever have. So cheers to wet January. Good Wipes is actually flushable. It's made with plant-based fibers so they break down easily, and it's made for sensitive skin, made with clean ingredients and safe for sensitive skin. And many other wipes can cause irritation, but Good Wipes are extremely gentle and they're super soft, so they feel so much better than any other wipes with their soft texture, no greasiness or weird film. Grab Good Wipes at Target or Walmart so you can upgrade your restroom routine. As a special offer for Chicks in the Office listeners, Good Wipes is giving you your first pack for free. Buy any package in store, text them your receipt, and get reimbursed almost immediately. For more details, head to goodwipes.com/CITO. Again, that's goodwipes.com/CITO to snag a free pack of Good Wipes.
I watched The Rip, Netflix, the movie. We were talking about it last week. I thought it was great. Classic heist movie. They kind of played the hits. There's a good twist. The characters are great. It's not super long, so it's pretty easy to digest. I'd give that a B minus. I thought it was good. Like just had me pretty hooked in. I thought they were all great. And you know what? Shout out Tiana Taylor because she has been working.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I turn something on, I'm like, Tiana Taylor's in this too.
Yeah.
So, and I had no idea she was in The Rip. I put it on. I went, oh my God, she's in this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Small
SNL
role
this
too,
weekend
not like a
too.
big role.
yeah, but like still, she's just in everything, which is
Yeah.
which is awesome. That she hosted SNL.
SNL.
Which by the way, no, we were talking about that band Geese.
Keith.
Yeah, I watched their SNL performance. Not
Yeah,
impressed.
I think
I
it's
don't know if I just
acquired
like don't.
taste.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't get it,
Maybe
but I
listen
don't.
to
I don't
maybe
get it.
yeah, maybe listen to his like solo stuff. But did,
Yeah,
did Joe watch it or
we were both kind of like, this is
it's
weird.
very yeah, it's I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was a little confused by it. And that's everything I watched.
I know you watched The Beauty.
Oh shit, I watched The Beauty. Fuck, and I literally said before, don't forget to mention The Beauty. The Beauty's awesome. I
It
think The
is.
Beauty is wild. Trying to explain it to people, I think it's crazy. I had it on with JB and Joe, and they were like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" Because it was like mid someone having a transformation, and
That's
they were
the
like,
worst part.
"Ah, the transformation is by far the worst part." Yeah, it's not fun to watch, but it's really good. I mean, I'll give it a B plus. I'm
Are you
I'm
caught
pretty
up?
locked into it. I watched the first three.
Yeah.
Um, and they like the first three is a good setup because like you still don't really meet Ashton Kutcher's character till
Yeah.
later, and you sort of get more of like what's going on.
Episode
But
3, like Anthony Ramos is awesome in this.
yeah,
Like,
he
because he
is.
was
He
kind of talking
is.
about how he like crafted that character into like his favorite character that he's done. Like, and you see why. Like that scene where he's singing Yacht Rock in the car is
It's
incredible.
so good. It's so good, and it's like it's it feels like a Ryan Murphy show because I know he gets a lot of like I don't know, I feel like he gets a lot of criticism now that he hasn't produced something that's at the level of like what he used to. And this I just feel like is actually really good and I'm into it and I hope people give it a try because I think like just seeing the premise people are like, "Ah, no," but it's very good. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's everything I watched.
Uh, I'll say I watched Tell Me Lies. I'll give it an A minus. Like I'm pretty locked in now. I did like when Bree and Wrigley, like the seeds have been there this season where it's like they keep showing them together. So I wasn't like so stunned when this happened, but I'm still like locked in. The Beauty, I'll give an A minus. Like I was like watching that on the plane, and then I rewatched episode 3 like multiple times. Honestly,
Mhm.
like mainly for Anthony Ramos's character. Like I just think he's great. I'll give that an A minus. Traitors, I'll give it B plus. Like there's not really much to say other than like I just really hope Colton goes home as fast as possible. And then like I think I'll be enjoying this show more. Cause like he's just hateable and not like a fun way. I'm like, I
Mhm.
hate this guy.
Yeah.
Uh The Pit, I'll give it an A minus. Great show. And it's definitely like picking up. And then I rewatched pretty much all of the show 11/22/63, which is that James Franco. I had watched that when it came out in 2016 and like really liked it. It's a show about James Franco
Yeah.
goes back in time trying to stop JFK from getting killed. But just like a very unique and cool premise. And I'll give that a B plus. Like that's a great show. And that's all I got.
So I didn't know that was an old show that they're putting back out because my reaction when I saw that was James Franco is in a new show.
No, yeah,
I
this came
I
out in
thought the
2016.
same thing. And
I
when I
was
saw it
like,
like trending, it was like on the top 5 of the Netflix shows. I was like, "Wait, what is this?" And then I realized it's from 2016 and then I was like, "Why is everybody watching this again?"
This is a
yeah,
classic like Netflix show. Like they put it on and it blows up when it was been out for 10 years.
Right.
yeah, that's what happened because I was like, wait, James Franco? I was like, I don't see people talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. It was a good show though. And
Yeah.
it's quick. It's like,
Does seem like an interesting show.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. That is everything we watched. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much. We'll be back on Wednesday with a super exciting episode that we're very excited for you guys to hear. So we love you so much, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office. Long time listener, first time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? Two chicks getting paid in reality checks.